Hey Julia, I can see you saying hi already. Okay, let's get active. I just got distracted by this post about how to try and potentially stop Brexit from this new vote that's happening in the UK. That would be fantastic. So everything is looking good and in order. Okay, cool.
Sorry.
What do we want here? Nope. But it might. Wrong one. Yak attack attack. It looks so funny, the perspective, doesn't it? Poof. My drink. You can do so many funny things with perspective. It's funny how it makes that super white. That's so cool, perspective. Who'd have thought it'd look like that? Artists. This is why I can't draw. Look how weird that all is. Let me just change the display so it's less. We have Miss Cutie Pie under the table. I'm sure you would rather see her than me. Crazy boop 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 boop. When you should poopy. Can you see on her cheeks? She's still a little swollen. This morning I woke up and she looked like the elephant man, but as a dog. Her whole face on one side was swollen. And so I quickly phoned the vet and said, I need to come now. I need to bring her in. And they didn't have an appointment till 11:30. And by the time it came to 11:30, a lot of it had gone down. So I didn't go. I think she ate a wasp last night when I was out. I think that was, or when I was asleep. She ate a wasp. Something like that. Something I think she ate that stung her or bit her. Bless her cotton socks. It was just one side. Mm-hmm. It was super cute. So hi guys, welcome to live stream. If this is the first time that you've ever joined, then the way that you ask questions is through Skype. My Skype address is Lisa Cairns 12. So Lisa Cairns 12. So you just send a Skype request and you can ask me a question, either written or you can call in. And if you want to get notifications when I go live, then if you go to YouTube, this is when you've got a signed in account. So you've got an account and then you put in my name, Lisa Cairns, and then you click on it and you press subscribe to my channel. And next to my channel is a little bell. And if you click on the bell, it says send notifications. So that's how you do it. If you want to subscribe to my website and get email updates about different events, and I do some writing here and there, then you go to my website. It's just lisacairns.com. And then it should come up subscribe. And you just subscribe to put in your email. It's so simple. My trousers are a little tight. I'm sure you can tell what I just did. Oh God, you can all see it as well. I just ate a lot before I came online. So you can now say you saw me take my trousers off. Well, I didn't actually, I just unbuttoned my trousers right next to the microphone. Oh dear. Whew. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hi, sorry. Yeah, I think I ate some food which, when combined together in the body, is going to give me some gas. That's what happens. Sorry, guys. It was very tasty, if that helps. I'm still enjoying the aftertaste of it. Sorry. You're never going to get anywhere. You can try as much as you like the hamster running around in a wheel. It just runs and runs and runs and runs. But in the human world, unlike the hamster world, it believes it's going to arrive. You can run as far as you like. You become famous, you can become a multi-millionaire, you can be poor, a beggar, sick, healthy, and you're always going to be here. You're never going to be anywhere else but here. This isn't depressing. This is a celebration. Even though I'm like, this is a celebration. Big eyes and very serious, hypnotic voice. This is the most beautiful message you'll ever hear. But to you, to the one that's running around in the hamster wheel trying to get somewhere, that's very unsatisfying, because that one that's running around in the hamster wheel feels uncomfortable. So it's trying to use hope to get out of the discomfort, that I will one day arrive somewhere, that I'll one day have a better now. So it lives off this chemical reaction of hope. It keeps encouraging hope to get there. And with the encouragement of hope that I'm going to get there, is the encouragement of despair. I'm not going to arrive. Because the more you grow the idea of hope, you have to grow its opposite. Now, I know that sounds like a crazy notion, but in order to know one, you have to know the other. So in order to know the high, beautiful feelings of hope, you have to also have in play the despair and hopelessness that you won't get there. Because in order to imagine getting there, you have to imagine not being there simultaneously. So take it back to something simpler, the idea of tall and short. In order to imagine tall person, you have to bear in mind a short person. If you didn't have the image of a short person, you couldn't imagine a tall person. They wouldn't be tall or short. You need a comparison. And this is how our human brain works. And this is how the seeker works. It's always living in this opposite world. And it grows its opposite world, seemingly through time. It grows the idea of you versus me, them versus us, right versus wrong, success versus failure. And the more it grows them, the more it suffers. Because the mind doesn't know the difference between being in hope and being in despair. It just produces them. And sometimes, half of the time, more than likely, despair and hopelessness will take over. And half the time, hope and excitement. And you'll live in this fluctuating world where you're always seeking to find permanence in a fake world, something that your imagination has created. You won't arrive. What you seek is here, but I can't convince you of that. To the seeker, that will just be another thing in the game of I'm there and I'm not there. I'm enlightened, I'm not enlightened. I'm good, I'm bad, I'm right and wrong. But then at the same time, these words are being heard beyond that. Beyond the idea of right and wrong and good and bad. In this very instant, they're appearing and disappearing. The very sound of them, this total mystery. These words arise and disappear. They don't belong to anyone. They don't ultimately mean anything. They're just a happening. And they're free. And they're meaningless. Hey, Julia. Wow. Oh, your hair looks amazing, Julia. Wow. Oh, I love it. So nice with your blue eyes. Much love to you, Lisa. And you like my hair? Yes. Hey, Ben. Hi, Julio. Hi, Renee. So, Renee, Callie, if you just call me now and we can speak. I know that takes a few moments. Oh. Hey.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, Lisa.
Hey.
Renee,
Oh,
Callie, if you just call me now.
I think you have to turn the volume off of of live stream.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Wait, one moment. Can you say something now?
Hello.
That's better.
Are you calling from Holland?
Yes, I'm from Holland, yes.
I could tell by the way you
Hey?
speak English. I could tell by the way you speak English.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Have we spoken before? I forget.
Yeah, once, I think half a year ago, in one of these, what was it? It was a whole day with an intimate group online.
Yeah, yeah.
Something like this, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, lately somehow I started to listen a lot to you again, and I don't know, something resonates again very much, so it's very helpful. Thank you.
Good.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I feel like all this a kind of nervousness, like
Yeah, yeah.
through my
But you're
whole body.
doing a great job. You're just letting it calm and you're not trying to
Yeah.
rush into anything. So that's great.
Phew. Wait, am I visible on YouTube or no?
No, just your voice. I stopped doing that because
Yeah.
what happened was after I did it, then people wanted me to take it down and edit it out, and I couldn't be bothered to edit people out. So I
Yeah.
figured if I don't, because they'll say yes in the moment, and then afterwards they feel embarrassed.
Yeah. And it's a shame to take it down because all this will be lost.
Yeah, and also editing a video, it just it takes time to edit a video, reload a video, all the.
Yeah, sure.
So I just thought it better just to do the audio, because people never feel embarrassed about that afterwards, or they don't feel that embarrassed about it afterwards.
You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, well. Part of it, I think. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It's funny because like I feel now also that it's much more. I just, even though I had like an idea of a question, like a mental question, and it's still there, but I feel like it's what does so much more is to feel what's behind it, this nervousness and
totally.
just the whole dynamic, the whole
Yeah.
yeah. So
The more and more that happens, that you see what's going on inside the body, it's not even a personal thing, it's just a functioning, but more that it's recognized what's actually felt beyond the seeking, the more that seeking will stop. It's like putting your hand in a fire. If you keep putting your hand in the fire and it keeps getting burnt, then you stop putting your hand there. And it's what happens with the seeker is it tells itself all these stories of what it wants. And then the more it sees, actually that's not what it wants, and it never feels satisfied. And the way that it sees that is by seeing what's happening in the body, because the body is normally not supporting that thought process. So on the surface, it might be angry and telling hateful, angry thoughts. And then underneath, there's just this huge sense of feeling vulnerable. And actually, that vulnerability is really juicy. It's like, it's not actually something that you do want to avoid. It's just that energy that's trying to get rid of it that makes everything feel uncomfortable. And this separate world has begun of you living in time and you getting in time and you seeking in time.
Yeah.
I remember when I was younger and I was seeking, I was so excited to go to bed at night, because when I got into bed, I would have time to sort of like experience what was happening in my body. Like I would lay there and just feel what was happening in my body. And I remember really finding it very exciting to do this.
Yeah. Yeah, actually I know this also, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really just this pulsing.
Yeah.
Just,
And when the you isn't really active and you're not really invested in time and you're not really fixated on thinking, then all of this is such mystery. Like if you now put your attention on, say, your shoulders or your back or something, and you don't think about it in time and you're not invested in the description of it in time, when you come back to the very raw feeling of that, it's so mysterious.
Yeah.
Like it's not a shoulder, it's not cold or hot, it's not hard or leaning against something. It's just a total mysterious sensation which is boundless and belongs to nothing. Nothing owns that sensation, it's just happening. And it doesn't have a size, it doesn't have a weight, it doesn't have an inside or outside. It's this infinite space of mystery. And this is the celebration of life, the intimacy of what's happening. The seeker is kind of this energy that's always trying to avoid what's happening. Even with your feet on the floor and your bum on the seat, it's not any of those descriptions. It doesn't have distance and space and time. It knows itself, there is a knowing of everything, but that knowing isn't separate from the appearance of it. And then thinking appears, but the thinking means nothing.
Yeah. This spot on top of it.
Yeah. We're so invested in thinking because thinking comes up with all ideas, all these types of ideas, like I can control life. That's only a thought. I can have a happy life. That's only a thought. But this thinking comes with these ideas, and these ideas are pleasurable for the body, mind mechanism. It's a total lie. I can get what I want. But all of these things come with the opposite. I cannot get what I want.
Yeah. And it's not even really pleasurable, actually.
No.
it's like... I noticed these layers. Well, yeah, it's just the sensations.
Yeah.
And somehow it's just this... I don't know, like this pleasurable is like mental masturbation.
Yeah.
It's not even really the kind of pleasure that the organism longs for. It's some kind of keeping the head above water. It feels like that, like. Yeah.
But you can totally. But you can understand.
A sip of air.
Yeah.
I'm happy. But actually, it's the whole thing happening like down the water. I don't know. It's so weird.
But you can tell how it happens. So as like a kid, when you were really young, so the separation happened, this energetic contraction happened, and then the kid had all these experiences and it'd feel scared. So it'd tell itself a story not to feel scared.
Yeah.
And it just began to invest in thinking more and more, and it wasn't even anyone, it was just like a mechanism to try to avoid pain and get to pleasure. So if its mum was shouting at it, it would invent something in order to feel better about itself. I didn't really do wrong, or it's her fault, or it's my sister's fault, or whatever it comes up with in order to try to experience a hit of pleasure. And then it just gets addicted to that like a drug addict. And it's a functioning, it's not even personal, it's just a bodily functioning. It's been over-invested in.
Yeah.
You seem a lot calmer than when we met 6 months ago or whenever it was.
Yeah, could be, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but maybe it's like... because I do actually feel more of the restlessness, but maybe it's because it has more space to be felt, that it seems more real, like calmer, less resisting flow.
And you're just more aware of it. Like before there would be more attention and thinking, so there'd be less awareness of what the body was actually feeling. It is actually very grounding coming back to that restlessness in a way, because it's like it's restless, but it can't really go anywhere. It's just
it's funny.
Can't really get very far. It might have an attempt, a break for it, like a try to invest in some sort of story or some sort of activity. And it's like run. Oh no.
Yeah, it takes a lot of energy actually to keep all these things alive.
Yeah.
Kind of alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've been noticing this exactly, that it's like the exact opposites than what the story thinks that it wants. It's just the calm is in whatever, however it is happening. It's just there's some specific... Yeah, I feel it's not even so much about how much painful something is or not. That depends on when the resistance will come or not. It's just how it has more to do, I feel, with just if it's an area that hasn't been seen, just really been seen for what it is. Because it's so weird, because even very like restlessness and pain can be just as neutral experienced as okay and even nice, pleasurable as feelings that would be accepted as really nice. Doesn't really have to do with what kind of sensation it is. But it's just I noticed that there's some corner, it seems like some corner of my mind, some dark corner, just hasn't really been seen yet. So it seems like this scary, spooky room that it's like all the time when it like confronts me with this, it's like some mechanism comes up of acting as if it's such a huge, scary, dramatic thing. And like, no, hiding away. And I feel like it's not even so much about making it less painful, because it's not so painful. It's just the hiding from it makes the ghost bigger and bigger and bigger under the sheet. It's like it's nothing.
What is it that it's hiding from? Do you have a sense of that?
Yeah, somehow. But that's also why I wanted to call, maybe to explore this a bit. This well, 1 second. Yeah, maybe you cannot see it now, but I kind of have like Gilles de la Tourette syndrome.
Sorry?
Do you know it? Gilles de la Tourette syndrome. Do you know it?
I don't know if we call it that in English.
It's it's like uncontrolled movements, tics, but in my case it's very physical, but it's very strange because you can't see it, and right now it's not so much expressed, but it's underneath. I feel my nervous system like rushing.
So you have the Tourette's in physicality, not in words. In movement.
Yeah, sometimes I have it vocally when I'm very stressed, but I don't even know what it is. It's just some kind of impulses from the body that wants to release, but it never will be released. It's like it will be movement like this. It's just, I don't know, it's like moving my limbs, or when I walk, I will have like weird kicks, which is like, yeah, like making me stop all the time. Sometimes it's more than other times, but I don't know, it's just, yeah, as a kid I had it much stronger, because then in the beginning I didn't have the sense that I had to hide it.
Yeah.
You know, so now otherwise probably it would be the same, but now my whole life I have been invested in trying to make it go down and repressing all my natural impulses. So
Does that must hurt? Does that hurt to repress it?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's like, well, hurts. Well, it takes a lot of energy, you know. It's just the repressing makes me feel very exhausted often, and also very stressed. And it says a lot of, it's like a lot of different dynamics, because I used to be bullied for it as a child. In the beginning, people were like, huh, that's strange. And I remember I felt so embarrassed. And my reaction of my body was kind of to like freeze.
Yeah.
Contract and make everything stiff. So in time, well, my body actually was very much moving and expressing, and it was okay for me, even though I would move more, so I would use more energy. But it was okay until I started to notice that I was different.
Yeah.
You know, I was weird and too busy. I couldn't sit still. And I would have these tics that I would wink at people, for example. And in social contact, it was so confusing. And I noticed what happened is that my mind started to understand, oh, I have to make what I do, because people ask me, why? What do you mean by that? Why? And of course there wasn't a why, but I noticed I have to make an explanation of me.
Yeah.
You know? So I remember how that started, and then in my whole life I kind of had the sense, oh, I have to explain my weirdness. So I made like this whole story for myself, even, that I started to believe, in which to present what I do as if, to make it fit, like in the accepted reality, that things have a reason.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then in my teenagehood, the tics kind of went less, because I don't know why, but yeah, they were not so much there, but also I guess I wanted to present myself nicely, started to feel like a woman, and but then somehow I think when I started to do more healing and become more aware of my body and listen more to my body, then it started to come back, and then also the big shame started to come back. For 10 years I've been exploring all these dynamics, and lately, a few weeks ago, when I went to the park, to a public park, I felt like I just really want to be real. I want to understand and to feel what is this fear that I have all the time in public. I feel so drained of energy when I walk out of the house. I feel so drained, even though like just normally walking, hardly any ticks. And I noticed that there's this constant fear of, as if I were like look. I put myself looking from other people's eyes, from all the time, all these different perspectives, looking at all these images of me, like to integrating all these or analyzing all these ideas, and I started to see what was happening. This is ridiculous. I'm like living my life mostly in public. That's why I had a tendency in my life to hide away from what I actually wanted to do, to not show my passion, to not go on the stage. I always wanted to be a singer, but I never did it because, you understand why. So all these things, I always like isolated myself. I just noticed that there is this, as when I'm in social contact, with people that I don't trust yet, that I project all these bullies on. There's this constant, like this mask that I build around my body, of like feeling how should I be shaped in my movement, and it's such a controlling habit. And yeah, once I really saw this, I felt like, wow, I I really want to be real. I want to just it's not even that I want to, but I feel like my body cannot handle this anymore. This faking. But there's this, sometimes when I walk on the street, and then I have like these movements, this kind of thing. It's like having this dramatic little dance. And then I suddenly noticed that somebody's walking behind me, while I had unconsciously the idea that there was nobody.
Yeah.
I would be like, I would feel like internally like shocked, and I could like sink into the ground, and so it's still a really big. It's really controlling a lot of my life. So with a good friend of mine, we came to the idea tomorrow to go to a very sunny, a very huge crowded city with a lot of students, to just walk in the street and for the first time in my life, to just let all these sticks be there without trying to make them less, which I'm very much capable of, but not in a nice way for me. So tomorrow I will go on the streets.
I think that's beautiful.
Do my little dance, or big dance, who knows? And wow.
Yeah. So how does it make you feel? If you now go into your body after telling me that story, what's the feeling that arises?
There's a feeling of that it's not safe, and I like wanting to escape up to my head.
So there's always safety here, but just not found in movement, not found in the personal world. The safety is where everything is coming from. Safety is that which it appears in. The safety is presence, is this sense of being. But at the moment, the focus is on this separate self that's moving in time, so it feels like you're someone that can be born and can die, and can have something taken away by showing yourself in front of people. But this isn't true, it's just pain and pleasure. So in that moment, there is the pain of embarrassment or the pain of shame or whatever arises when you act out your tics in front of people. But your freedom is the space in which it's happening in, the presence that's here. So the embarrassment comes up or the shame comes up and then it passes. It belongs to no one. The insecurity, the feeling like somebody will hurt you or something will hurt you will appear and disappear, and none of it's real and none of it's true. The seeker always believes it's true, that it's really true that something bad will happen to you, or somebody will take something from you, or you can go to the extreme of feeling like it's going to die. But who you are can never be affected. That's what's here. That's presence. That's this moment. That's what always is. No matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, whether you're on the moon or in France, in Holland, in Portugal, it's here. This presence that everything appears in. And the seeker will make it feel real and elongate it by trying to seek to get away from feelings, to seek to get away from experiences. So it will feel embarrassed or ashamed and it will seek to get away from that. But it's actually about the very feeling of shame, of embarrassment. That's where life's at, in what's happening.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I want to be really in it.
In it.
In it, totally.
Knowing at the same time that that's all you ever are. You can't even be
Yeah.
separate from it. It's there, it's a happening. But the person, the mind divides and makes it feel like it's someone separate looking at experience. I understand and I experience my experience, but that's not true. The you that's looking at the experience is being experienced as much as the sensation. All of it's appearing and experiencing, but we identify with that one that thinks it's looking at its experience. But there's no one there. There's infinite experience, there's infinite space, infinite experiencing. What do you feel now? It's okay if you can't describe it, but just whatever you feel, yeah, welcome it in. Whatever's there, whether it's perceived as good or bad, welcome that in and the one that perceives or feels like it's perceiving. All of it is part of experiencing. This is it, what's happening. Even if it's really intense, the sensation, this is where the juice is.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, it's like very subtle, you know, to give words to these sensations. But like when I heard your question, like what do you feel? It felt more like it's like there's not so much a difference between your voice,
Yeah.
or my voice or my thoughts. I feel less. Yeah, I noticed that it has also to do with the same dynamics that we spoke about, but I felt less
Divide.
being in front of somebody.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm talking to somebody, which makes up the dynamic of having to be somebody.
Yeah.
So that's actually what I start feeling now more.
And this is throughout the day we go in and out of that, of feeling less contracted and then more contracted and then less and then more.
Yeah.
And we believe that more contracted is because of fault of someone or the world, and less contracted is because we got something we wanted, and it's just not true. It's all to do with how big you are.
With how big you are?
Like how big the sense of self is and how small it is. How much you are there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting to notice that like sensations that I'd feel in my body while feeling as if being watched by you or spoken at by you, or it's like these sensations get like a flavor on top of them that it make, I don't know, it's so weird. It's like they make a complete different world out of it, like in this alien movie. Well, the same, not never the same, but similar kind of sensations that have to do with emotions or whatever responses, without this same feeling of being here and looking at somebody there. It's complete different quality.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like the movie got on a pause, and it's suddenly just maybe this movie without subtitles. It's so like nothing really changes, but but it's still such different worlds apparently.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, thank you so much for exposing yourself. That was really cool.
Yeah, thank you too, Lisa.
Yeah, it's nice
Very
to see you again.
Very helpful, yes.
And enjoy tomorrow.
Yes, I will. Thank you.
Lots of love.
Lots of love.
Bye. Nice. I just go to the toilet. Hey guys, it's a little bright and light. I'm very white. Whew. Hi Harley. Hi Stefan. Hi Lisa, how are you? Hi Keith. Hi, God, my Verissa feels more and more uncomfortable and my mind really doesn't want to feel my body, and yet my mind feels clearer and more balanced. I guess this is the way, or a way it goes. Do you reckon it's a good sign? So long as I get checked out for stomach or lung cancer, etc. Oops, sorry, I'm trying to get somewhere again. But then again, what else can I do? Yeah. But yeah, always check yourself out of the doctor if you think it might be physical. Hi Lisa, can I ask a question? Sure, Billy, just write away or call. Hi, Open Eye Han. Hi, Poppy T. Hi, Lisa. I'm watching you live. My question is, how can I lose weight by not feeling awful during the weight loss journey? I want to be natural and not brute forced. So I'm a weight loss guru now. I'm sure I can do that. I'm a tart to anything. I can do a weight loss guru. Just see that food isn't what you're looking for. That's all. And then your eating will balance out. But when your eating balance out, you might find that you're not as slim as you want to. So then just see that being slim isn't what you're looking for. This is what you look for, always, in everything. The best weight loss program there is, but it might mean that you're not, you're a size 16, that's like an average 14, 16, that's an average size. That might not be what you want. But see that being slim or whatever you think it is you need isn't what you need. Presence is it. This is it. This is your home. You won't find anything in time. This is it. Right here, right now. This is all you ever have, all you're gonna get, and it doesn't even belong to you because you don't exist right here. There's nothing here experiencing itself as everything. Hi Lisa. Hey Randy. Randy. Is that right? Randy. Is that an American name? Hi Randy. Hi Lisa. I simply love how natural you are on live stream. That reminds me, I did my trousers up. I feel like a monkey in company with my monkey family. You. Thanks. How to undo the trousers. That's what happens. I have a question. Please call today about seeking game. I am, which is your experience? The difference between your knowing and my knowing, the fact that I can't come and go. Everything else comes and goes except I. Just bear I. Hi, Wolfgang. Yeah, you can call. Got 'em. Hi, Phyllis. Restless leg syndrome. I have that at night sometimes. Hi, Colin. Not very often, though. Hi, Lisa. Wonderful seeing you today. This is my first time seeing the live feed. Oh, nice. Welcome. Colin Crawford. You sound very English. Crawford. I don't know if that's true. Let's have a look on your details. Doesn't say anything. Hi, Susan. Could you do This squinting again. That. I am American. Huh. The clock pop. The clock pop. Hi, Lisa. Hope you're doing well. I've been listening to your talks for a year now, really enjoying it. Recently, I've started to notice that I'm hearing myself talking without identifying it as mine, as it happening automatically. The same thing with my body in front of the mirror. Like some error happened for a second. I can't remember it as, which doesn't seem special at all. Also wanted to say a huge thank you. Your talks really relax me a lot. Keep it going. Nice. TP. The clock pop. Nice, TP. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it breaks in the system where everything disappears and it can't be remembered because who would remember it? Whoa. Joss. Hi, Joss. This story looks so much like what I go through in dealing with my mental disorder. Thanks to a beautiful person sharing her story and insights. This is very insightful for me. Thank you both. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, that was Rennie. Thanks, Rennie. Hey, Maria. Hi, Etya. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Etya. Hello. Just making sure you can all hear me. Much love to you and to you. And heartful wishes for a wonderful day to you, sweetheart. Thanks. I have a question. I was wondering if you could give me advice. I'm not sure. We just don't know if I'm good at advice. We don't know what will come out. I'm good at speaking about non-duality. Advice? Not sure. You talk about going to your feelings and sensations in your body. I do that, but I haven't been able to recognize, or maybe I'm avoiding going deep enough to find out what is underneath and where the fear comes from. I guess I'm asking you to perhaps explain how to do that and how to get rid of addictions. I think I'm scared about what is going to come up, and I result to my old behaviors and safety net, which I'm very tired of and really desperate to change. I hope it's okay to ask you like this rather than call during the live stream. I watch you but have no courage to do so. Lots and love to you and your beautiful dog, Etya. Etya. Well. Oh! I think I would need to work with you in person. I think this is too hard to do in writing. So I think you'd need to call in. Hi Lisa, nice to see you. Ollie. Hey Ollie. Nice to see you. I still have the idea that I have something to do to become more enlightened, in spite I know that there is nothing to do. So what to do? Ridiculous question in a way. It's not that there's nothing to do, because that's just the opposite to there is something to do. It's a happening. Doing's happening. Hey.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi Lisa, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How you doing?
I am also fine.
Nice.
Can you see me?
Yeah, nope. I can see myself. Hey, nice to see you again.
How are you?
Yeah, very good, thank you.
I attended talks of Roger Castillo when he came to Pune. You suggested me, no?
Yeah, nice.
It was very nice experience.
Yeah. Was he
And
there for a long time?
sorry?
How long was he there for?
He was there here, I think, for 20 days. More than 20 days, I think.
Nice.
I could attend only, I think, 5 to 6 talks of him. And the basic thing that he was talking about, the idea of doership.
Yeah.
And which is completely complementary from your teaching.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, it helped me. It helped me really, to some extent, to find peace.
Yeah.
Because there were some ideas involved in me which I have, in the past, what I used to think, like I have to go to room and I have to go and meditate and to self-inquiry, do.
Yeah.
All that implies there is a doer, meditator, and all those ideas has fallen apart.
Yeah.
So it was good experience.
Yeah.
I have today 3 questions for you.
Yeah. Oh, you've got them written out. I can see him opening the file.
Let me just go back and see what was the question. Okay, so the first question is, this it has something to do with seeking.
Mm-hmm.
So the question, so for example, I am sitting here right now.
Yeah.
And watching some interesting series of something, comedy episode or something.
So you think you're sitting there, but in actuality there is nobody sitting there.
Correct. There is only consciousness, but right now, let's say I'm watching a comedy episode, and then it's morning time and I have to go to office and all. But usually what I do, I wake up early in the morning, turn on the laptop, or start watching something, WWE or something. But it's not always the case, very rarely it happens. So I'm giving example of that. So what happens in that case, I am watching something and immediately mind starts to hit, okay, get ready, you have to go to bath, get ready. So what happens in that case, seeking continues. So this is initially in the morning seeking started. So with what happens, I am ignoring the thought every time. It is saying, oh, get up, you have to go to washroom, you have to take bath, it's 9 o'clock, it's 10 o'clock or so and so. So I am continuously avoiding that thought, continuously talking also. With that, no, suffering builds up. I can't even take action to stop what I'm seeing, since mind is also interested. And on other hand, mind is also telling, get up, you have to run away from here, you have to go to office, you have to do. It's again the idea of doership.
Yeah.
But this is how the seeking is happening. And another example of it is, for example, I'm doing some work in office. So some resistance will build up because you are continuously doing it. So what will happen with that? Mind will say, okay, let's stop it and I'll come back it little later. So that little later means some future time. But in actuality, there is only now.
I like that. Little later.
Yeah. So
I will come back
is
to that a little later.
So it's a thinking thought. So I will start focusing on something YouTube, avoiding the work. But then if I'll continue to work, I continue to watch YouTube for like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, then again mind starts to hit. It will say, oh, you have to get back to work. But I am not listening to mind. Not following what it is saying, but still resistance is there. Not fully listening to it. I'm not stopping what I'm doing. What YouTube I'm watching, I'm not stopping that. But at the same time, mind is again and again hitting. Because of that, suffering builds up. So what to do with that? This is the reason seeking is happening. The main reason of seeking is I'm denying the moment. I'm denying what is happening. So what is happening is I have to be working, but resistance is building. So this question I also asked to Roger, can you continuously work for 24 hours? So he said, no, we are biological entities. It's not possible. You cannot study for 24 hours. It's true also. It's very obvious we cannot do that. So my question is clear.
What's your question? You're asking how to stop that.
I am asking how to. So I am sitting, I am watching YouTube. I know if I will fully attend what I am doing, like I am watching YouTube, and I am watching it from last 30 minutes. Mind is still hitting me. If I fully attend what I am doing, then this thought should disappear, right?
Well, I don't know about that. That's all very...
So right now, like you are talking to me.
Yeah.
So there must be some thought in the background, okay, I have to go to washroom. Or maybe we are continuously interested in talking, maybe some very good question came up, something like that.
What do you have to go to the washroom for now?
No, for you I'm saying. So let's say you are talking to me and something interesting is happening, some question is interesting, or maybe your answer is very interesting. But at the same time, mind is telling you, okay, I have to go to washroom urgently, I am under pressure or something. But you are not listening to it. That thought is arising, it passing, but in my case it's not passing, it's coming, it's hitting again and again.
Yeah. Just give me a moment. Let's see what comes. You see, nothing now.
Sorry?
Nothing now has got anything to do with you being at work and you having this washroom or this problem, this conflict going in your head. Like it doesn't exist now.
Yeah, it doesn't exist now.
Yeah. This is what's happening. I know that's a really unsatisfying answer.
No.
But it's
not satisfying, neither it's satisfying nor unsatisfying, because eventually realization has to come to me. I have to realize it internally, what is really happening. You will just point me towards that.
Yeah, but it's not even internally that you realize it, because there is nobody there. You see, You assume that you're watching yourself. So you assume that there is somebody that's aware of yourself, but there's actually nobody aware. There's a functioning of self-awareness, and so much energy gets stuck there. Like we believe we're this self-awareness, but the self-awareness is just a sort of a voice combined with feelings and images giving the appearance of self-awareness, but it's not actually self-aware. But that self-awareness comments on what the experience is and then seeks to have a different experience. And even in all of that, even in registering all of that, I mean, that's what's happening. And in that moment, see why it's building up tension in you. And you're more than likely see that it's got nothing to do with you carrying on watching the videos. There's some other tension going on inside the body. And just put the attention there. But even know that the one that puts the attention there isn't a separate entity. It's all appearing in a boundless space. And the real freedom is the movement back to that boundless space, which is right here, right now, which is what's happening. Because now, what is the limitation of your bum on seat? If you put your attention in that feeling of bum on seat, how small or big is it? What is that sensation? It's only something in time, in thoughts, but in this very instant, it's an infinite space which is totally mysterious. It doesn't belong to you or him, or it doesn't have a divide or a line. It doesn't have a size. It's infinity, experiencing itself. No thing experiencing itself as a thing. This infinite presence.
Yes.
And your mind's going to go, yeah, but.
But doesn't arise. But so this yes is actually appearing and disappearing. But one who is noticing is not disappearing. It's not appearing also.
But the noticer isn't self-awareness. I get the feeling that you think that the noticer is the self-awareness. The self-awareness is just the ability to move the camera. The noticer cannot be found and isn't separate from all things. Perception is all things, is sensation. It's not removed in any way. Perception is, and is totally empty perception and is all things. It is this presence, this radical sense of being.
I just keep sensing that I will not be able to ask you further questions.
So,
after meeting you, I have removed most of my misconceptions.
yeah?
Yeah. Should I ask next question?
Oh, you got another one? Sure.
Yeah, I have 3 questions.
Oh, 3. That was 2, or that was just 1?
It was first.
Just the 1.
So the second question is, okay, so last time when we met, it was Ramana Ashram, right?
Yeah.
So in the Ramana Ashram, when I visited, that was the first time I visited Ramana Ashram. So I've seen there one big, huge, something written about the experience that he had talked about. That very terrific, what was that, panic attack or something that he got in the age of 16. So said that experience he was describing. In that moment, he realized that I am, and he said, I have never left that I am after that. So question is, what is that? Is it also with you?
It isn't a thing. It is presence. Traditionally, the way they spoke about it is that consciousness is aware of I am, but that's not true. That's not the way it goes. The presence and the consciousness is all the same thing, and the perception. And the perception, the perceiver, is nothing, is not a thing, is empty. And it's perceiving everything, but it's not separate. It is nothing as everything. So that I am is the world, is everything. You can never leave it. Even when you're identified, you can never leave it and you can never be in it because you are it. Even when you're identified, you are it. But in the identification, you're dreaming you're something limited and something else, and then there's an energetic expression of it. All there is that I am, that presence everywhere. But that I am is not something you can see. Traditionally, they say consciousness can see I am, but it's not that. It's this brilliant sense of being. It's not perceivable, it is. It's love. I'm not in the I am. It's impossible for someone to be in the I am. This is an attack on what Ramana Maharshi said and saying he's wrong. It's really hard to speak about, and everybody speaks about it in their own quality. But the way it would be spoken about here is all there is presence. For some other beings, they believe they're not presence. They believe they are a name and a label. And then there's a seeing, there's a remembering.
One more question. Are there two ways to get, it's again the same, it's a duality, words always imply duality. So my question is, self-realization comes by two ways. Sometimes it comes to, I'm saying people, but it's not happening to people I know. It's the consciousness which is liberated. So it is seen.
It's not the consciousness that's liberated either. The consciousness was never contained. It's total mystery as to what's happened. Something collapses in the body-mind mechanism that's giving the appearance of separation. But the consciousness was never perception. Nothing was never contained. It just seemed like it was. This can never be contained. What looks now at Lisa, what hears Lisa is not contained. It's infinite space, looking and hearing, but in you there's a functioning that's saying it's me listening to Lisa, but there's nobody there listening to Lisa. The looking, the hearing, the sensing of Lisa is everything. You're not separate from the seeing of my face. You are the very seeing of my face. You are my face, my hair, the colour of me. It's so intimate. That's how you know yourself, by what's being perceived.
Intuitively, I understand what you are saying. Even I can experience that what you are saying. But there are still certain things which is the happening.
Yeah.
Which sometimes express what is presence.
Yeah.
But now my question was, so last time when I was sitting in your talks, so you were describing about your realization. So in that moment you are sitting somewhere in a restaurant, some waitress came and something, and then some shift happened, you said.
Yeah.
So it was your awakening when shift happened. But in Roger's case, he said, he didn't speak with me about it. So what I have read about him, it was a slowly kind of realization internally.
Well, it was like that here as well, but ultimately there's no one. But for many years there was many awakenings before that thing happened in Bali.
No, is it my question is, are there two ways it happens? One is shift, other is eventually slowly.
It can only ever be instantaneous. It can appear as if it's gradual, but can only ever be instantaneous because that's all there ever is.
Because one more thing, after reading this Eckhart Tolle's teaching, so there was one concept he has developed, is the shift is happening, or shift has happened to him. So this was also a thought in my mind, which was kind of, I was waiting for some shift to happen. So one day I was listening to somebody, I don't remember his name, he's also a spiritual teacher. So he said, why don't you choose direct path to bliss? What are you waiting for? So the answer came, I am waiting for that shift to happen.
Yeah, but just...
So this was also
a
kind of misconcept which is removed now.
But
so
just forget about anything that comes up as a thing to get. Always do the opposite. So you have this idea about a shift to happen. You're waiting for the shift to happen, or you're waiting for enlightenment. When that appears, just do the opposite and see, okay, so there's something I'm waiting for. What is it that I'm lacking now? Why am I craving something? So what is it that I feel like I lack now? And just identify what it is that you're lacking.
Obvious. I will say I don't have that degree of peace.
So what is it that you want? right now?
Yeah, I will say I want peace. I want more peace. So once I read one quote by Ardhashanti, so he said very nice. He said, wanting anything other than what is always arguing with what is.
So what happens?
So in this moment, if I argue I want peace, it means I am demanding something. Therefore, I am not having it.
Yeah, but just ignore what you want is peace, and just acknowledge that there is a longing for peace. Acknowledge that there is. So it's always the same. So you're waiting for a shift, and you believe that that's a real thought.
No,
You're
I'm
waiting.
I'm not waiting for.
But you were. But you were waiting.
That illusion is removed now.
Yeah. But just always do the reverse. That was my point. Okay, third question.
I got your point. Third question. I think I have asked this question. So the question is, what is the difference between your knowing and my knowing? That everything comes and go, and only I stays, which doesn't come and go.
Yeah. Beingness, presence.
But now, don't say that I don't exist and you don't exist.
Well, you don't, but I is not a personal thing. The big I isn't a personal thing. What it means by I is presence. That presence which has been here when your I has been changing, when your separate I has been changing. That presence was there when you were 2 and you had no idea about yourself.
Yeah, this understanding I have. Meaning, these words are appearing, disappearing. But I, who is noticing everything, is not appearing. It is here, will be here, was here also. But this is my knowing. But what is your knowing? That's what I'm asking to you.
What is my knowing?
So you also know this truth, right? This is the truth which has.
No, I don't know the truth. The person doesn't know the truth. It is the truth.
Pointing to truth.
Yeah, but you're projecting. You're personifying me. You're projecting a person into me. There is just presence here. There is nothing looking at you. Everything's just coming up, appearing. These words make it seem like I'm someone in time experiencing you and somebody in time knowing this. I don't know this in time. There is an intellect which appears that might know it in time, but that's not what's being talked about. There is a movement back to absolute stillness, and this is the reality of everything. Everything is this stillness. Everything is empty.
Right now I just have a realization that my mind is kind of asking direction where to land.
Yeah, landing is here.
Yeah.
Only ever here.
Why I want to know what is your knowing? It's all about mind is always asking for direction and tell me where to go. Only then I will lead there. No? Tell me the direction.
Yeah, which is normally an attempt to avoid fear or get to love. Avoid fear.
I don't have any fear.
Then get to love, get to peace. That's what you want. So it's just doing that sort of thing. It's just trying to navigate its way through that. But that's here. That is. What you look for is. It's not outside of this. Beautiful.
But if you say that, if what I look is not... repeat it, say what once again, what did you say just now?
What you look for is not outside of this. It is this.
It means what I'm looking for is myself only.
Yeah. Your true self though.
Yeah.
You're looking like into time for the timeless. It never will be found.
Looking, it's the confusion actually. That thought is appearing, it's convincing me and it's telling me to look.
Yeah, sort of.
But at the same time I know that what I'm trying to know cannot be known, I am it already.
You have a really nice voice. I like your voice.
See, the next question is appearing. How will the illusion end? Tell me.
How will what?
How will this illusion will end? Tell me.
Oh, sweet. Nice. Oh, well, thank you for calling and being so honest and open.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Bye, sweetie.
Bye.
Hello, who is your master? I read that you have been with Gangaji and more awakened beings. Do you have one that you recognize as your master? Master or the guru is life. Is what's happening, as I always say. It is life. But the person that I spent most of the time with and feel a great bond to, that spoke to me about non-duality, was Roger Castillo, which I'm sure you've all heard me mention many times before. And he speaks very differently from me, and if you find yourself going between us both, trying to wonder who's right or who's wrong, then you're totally misunderstanding what we're saying. So don't go to him and try and preach what I say to him or preach what he says to me. If you can't contain both and the total contradiction of it, then you're missing what we're talking about. Hey Steve. Hi Lisa, what happened? Okay. Hey, amazing. This is from Maria. Love, amazing how we get lost in words and also funny. Thank you. Oh, I didn't mean to call. Okay. Worcester. Hi Lisa, watching you live. Wondering what your thoughts on astrology are. Are you Gemini? Yes, and I like astrology. Ramesh Balsakar was very much into astrology. But that's all within the dream. That's not about freedom. That's just about conditioning and what's happening in the dream. We always think, if we understand ourselves and our conditioning and our astrology, then we can free ourselves. But it's not you that gets freed. Hi, Wolfgang. Hi, sweetheart. Could you do this? Squinting. I have that. Okay, thanks. Hey, Phyllis. So this is from Etcha, who wrote before. Thank you, Lisa, for reading the message. You suggested to call you. I'm thinking about doing that, but I'm very shy and nervous. Hopefully sometime I will be able to. Lots of love. Yeah, it's just too complicated. Hi, Lisa. I'm hoping we can talk briefly about an exposing happening yesterday, which came completely out of the blue and was very physical and emotional. Having looked at it, it seems like just one moment. Oh, there's lots of people suddenly calling. Having looked at it, it seems like the last vestige of attachment, and it physically feels like a big rock located in my adamant, just under my heart. I feel paralyzed with fear when I try to look at it and keep getting distracted from staying with it. Sorry, Lisa, I thought that the return button would make a new paragraph, but it sent... yeah, I just feel to say stay with it, Shirley. I don't feel like you need to speak about it. It's okay. Just let that energy come up. Hey, Colin. Learning about non-duality makes me stop caring about many things, my health, my job, my relationship. I still feel stuck with my thoughts and habits, and I yearn for release, but recognise that there's nothing I can do to get liberation. I feel stuck with what is. Is there anything I can do to release that there is no thing experiencing everything? I feel to let go of control, but fear doing so. The thing is the story, there is nothing I can do, is just the opposite of there is something I can do. So the reason that you're feeling like you stop caring about your health, your job, your relationships, is because you're just having a strong story of it's hopeless and it's pointless. Whereas prior you were strongly identified with there is hope and there is point. So now the opposite story is coming up and you believe that that's non-dual. You believe that story to be true, that there's nothing I can do, rather than seeing it's a story too. It's a story. You have to see through all the stories, but it's not someone seeing it. It's just a collapsing of the investment in what you believe. That's a belief. You believe there's nothing you can do now, so you feel depressed. But whoever said there's nothing you can do? What teachers say is there's no you there, and there's no place to get to because you don't exist, and no other place but this exists. That's got nothing to do with what you do or don't do. Doing happens. Drinking tea happens. Going for a poo happens. Driving the car happens. You're stuck in an illusion, which is a depressing illusion, so it makes you feel exhausted. But it's not true. Yeah, you're totally right. I've been fluctuating between hope and despair for many years. So see the illusion of them. Put the attention in the feelings. See that despair is the opposite to hope. They're best friends. Hi, Renate. Oh, missed you nearly. Still. Hi, Lisa. I'm still here. I'm just about to go there. He's just about to go. Thanks for replying. That's my pleasure. Wustaboo. Wustaboo. Thank you, dear. There is no story in the feelings, the immediate experience. No, that's exactly it. We're so addicted to these stories. The body is addicted to it. Baby, gadak 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 gadak, yak gadak. I think I feel like listening to music. I can only listen to. Let's just put a song on before I go. We can only listen to a few songs because of copyright. It means when I listen to a song, what I'm doing is I'm giving away my royalties for the video. So this is an act of generosity for the greater good. It means that the person that created this music song now gets the advertisement for this video. Aren't I generous? What's it called? Oh, I don't know if this one's going to be blocked in many countries. Let's hope not. I wonder if there's a quick way I can check. I doubt it. Okay, here we go. Oh, such a beautiful song.
Colors and promise.
you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. Love you for 1,000 more. I believe time will find you. Time is bright, hearts to me. I have loved you for 1,000 years. For 1,000 more. Okay, one more song before I go. I hope they're not copyright. I love this song, and I find the singer incredibly hot. my singing. Okay, so I play one more just because I'm enjoying this so much. I think that this stream might be banned in many countries now, but that's the way of it. So, so I had a lot of ladies appreciating, maybe there was some guys as well, appreciating Chris, I forget his last name, from Coldplay. When I was about 18, I went to Top of the Pops. I think my friend got some tickets free. And I think he was just becoming famous. And I managed, maybe I was younger, maybe I was like 14 or 15. And I managed to be pushed right to the front. And he was playing the piano, I think. And he had longer then hair that was curly. And I remember just being like, the long hair and the, I think, yeah, the eyes and yeah, the voice. Okay, so we'll just play another one from him. I often go for guys that look like him. Okay, this one. I just love this video. Lisa's having her dirty, pervy fix on Chris, whatever his last name is. This is such a cool video. It's Coldplay Trouble, if you haven't seen the video. Such a nice song. Wow, it's beautiful, this video.
Oh no, I see a spider web is tangled up with me, and I lost my head and thought of all the stupid things I'd said. Oh no, what's this? Spider web and I'm caught in the middle. So I turned
Nice. Okay. Thanks, guys.